Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel at Eliza Journals. So today I'm just going to do another, I guess, I don't know if they're called, I should call them playing with me, decorate with me, because I'm really not planning anything in it. And pretty much I just really want to just show you the process of how I actually decorate, I guess, or set up my reading journal. This is a hemlock and oak bullet journal that I absolutely love, and the pages are extremely thick. I did a review on this on the previous video. The pages are absolutely thick. They're numbered. There's only one index page, which I turned into a to be read page, and there's no pocket in the back, which I absolutely love. And this planner is amazing because it's great with almost all the markers that I actually did a pen test with. So I know which markers I can and cannot use. The only ones that didn't show true were the Marvy Uchida colorings because they were extremely thick, and it was a bit of shadowing and a little bit of bleed through because of how heavy the ink is and how thick the tip is. But right now, back to the process of the actual video, I decided to do a reading journal, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I just want to use some of my leisure time to just expose myself to different authors outside of the United States. So right now, I am actually on my second book, to be honest. I read the first book within a week, and I wanted to show everyone the process of me decorating the first 2 pages, but it just took way too long because I wasn't sure how I wanted to set it up. But now that I have an idea of how I'm going to set it up from week to week, my process videos will be a lot simpler and it will be a lot faster, and I can explain it to you a lot better. So pretty much what I'm doing now is just stamping down, putting some texture on the page. Like, I absolutely love stamps. I am a stamp queen. I've actually given away like 200 stamp sets because I've noticed I only use certain stamp sets. The ones that are my favorite are like butterflies, the ones with texture. And most of my stamp sets come from Illustrated Faith, which are like my alpha stamp sets, and Wawa Stationery. And this stamp set is actually from Wawa Stationery, and I was looking through my stack trying to see if I had any book stamps, and to be honest, I didn't even know I had it. That's how you know you're a stamp hoarder. I love all things stationery, all things crafty. So I'm using VersaFine ink to stamp this set because it has very fine details, and if anyone is a crafter like myself, know that VersaFine ink holds true to details. It's really great when you have a ink pad that can really pick up texture in the stamp set. So that's why I use the VersaFine ink. It is a pigment ink, so I would say if you do have this ink or you do get it, allow it time to dry before you start writing over it with your hand, because if you ink it too much and you stamp with it, sometimes it takes a while to dry, and if it's not dry, you can actually smear it. So I would just say if you use pigment ink, just make sure you allow it some time to dry first before you start writing on it so it does not smear. Now, what I decided to do was I decided to continue to put week 1 because I'm still in the first week of January when I started this book. This book is actually really funny. I already started reading it before I decorated this, and it's called Becoming Nigerian, a Guide, and it's pretty much sarcastic. Like, it's pretty much like satire. So if anyone know what satire is, it's pretty much making fun of like the culture. So I'm assuming, of course, this author is Nigerian. So he's telling the truth about the culture, but he's making a joke out of the truthful things that holds true in their culture. So he talks about politicians, how to be a pastor, how to be a first lady, and he's basically just exposing or explaining this is how it works in my country, which is very ironic because the things that they say they're going to do, they don't do, or how they're supposed to act, they don't act. But he makes it really funny. He's very sarcastic throughout the entire book, but you can definitely learn something about the culture from the book because he explains a lot of the culture. Like in my country, this is like when you're a pastor, this is how you're supposed to act, but this is how they act in my country. Or he says this is how you meet friends from a foreign country, and he's telling them all the things that they need to know and how they need to act, what they need to do in order to get friends outside of Africa. So the book is actually really good. It's actually very funny, and some moments of the book is like, oh wow, like that's very interesting, about their country. So right now I'm just adding some texture from a stamp set from Illustrated Faith, of course. And I just want to add some texture to the page because of course I love texture. And of course I want to kind of bring the page together because it was looking a little bare. And I am very extra. I try to stay simple, but I am very extra. And if anyone knows me and has looked at my Instagram at Eliza Journals, you will know that I'm all things extra. Even when I journal and I do a lot of layering and collaging, I'm extremely extra. I could put about 100 pieces of paper together to make something extremely beautiful. So I have to add texture to the page, or I just have to make sure that I feel like, okay, I love this page. And of course I had to get my butterfly stamp set because I had to add some butterflies to the page. So y'all will definitely probably see me add so many butterflies throughout all of my bullet journal spreads, planner spreads, whatever spread you see. It's going to be butterflies because I absolutely love butterflies. So of course I had to check the back for any bleed through, ghosting, shadowing. But if you like this page, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye bye.